Welcome to a journey of the heart and spirit where we explore a powerful and transformative truth. God will make up for your lost time. Are you feeling the weight of regret, wishing you could rewind the clock to seize opportunities that slipped through your fingers? Perhaps you're standing at a crossroads, questioning if it's too late to revive your dreams. If so, you're not alone. In the intricate tapestry of life, we all face moments that seem like setbacks, times when our hopes dim but our hearts yearn for restoration. But today, I invite you to take a deep breath and embark on this emotional voyage with me. Together, we'll uncover the beauty of God's grace, which is always sufficient for us, even when we feel like we've run out of time. Imagine standing at the precipice of change, where lost moments are not wasted, but rather positioned for divine intervention. Get ready to discover how God's relentless love reclaims our past and propels us into a future brimming with promise and possibilities. So, hold your heart wide open and let's dive into this message of hope, healing, and renewal, where every tear you've shed may soon become the backdrop for a glorious new beginning. Time can be a cruel companion, whispering lies in our ears as we sit in the shadows of our regrets. When we make mistakes or face heartbreak, it feels as though we have fallen behind in a race we didn't even know we were running. But imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, waves crashing against the shore. Each wave symbolizes a new opportunity, a fresh start to reset our lives. God promises that even if we feel lost at sea, He will guide us back to the shore, transforming our loss into strength. His grace is sufficient, not just to heal our wounds, but to give us the courage to dive into the very waters we feared. Have you ever walked through a season of waiting? That agonizing stretch of time when everything seems stagnant and your dreams seem more like foolish fantasies. In these moments, we often feel forgotten, as if God has placed our hopes on a shelf labeled pending. But take heart. Just as spring follows winter, renewal follows despair. God doesn't waste a single tear we shed during our waiting periods. Instead, He collects them, transforming them into fuel for the fire of our faith. As you wait, build your story, a story that can resonate with others. The time you feel you've lost will not vanish. It will blossom in ways you can't yet imagine. Consider the story of Joseph from the Bible. His journey was marked by deep valleys, betrayal, and prison cells, yet God used every hardship to prepare him for his glorious destiny. Joseph's years of waiting might have felt wasted, but they were fundamentally reshaping him, forging his character and equipping him for future greatness. Not only did God restore his fortunes, but He elevated him to a position where he could save nations. Look closely at your own life. What seems like loss may very well be the prelude to your greatest triumph. God specializes in taking our pain and weaving it into purpose. Life seems to make the most noise during our quietest moments. Noise from expectations, from societal pressures, and from that nagging inner critic, always questioning if we're enough. But I want to remind you that your worth is not determined by your timeline or your achievements. God's grace wipes away the smudges of doubt, gifting us with a clean slate. Imagine walking through life's soil free from the residue of past mistakes, equipped with the divine assurance that you are seen and supported. Your life is not defined by what you lack, but by what God can do through you. Keep your eyes open. Miraculous restoration is just around the bend. The beauty of God's grace is that it doesn't depend on our timing, but flows abundantly from His perfect plan. Just as a mother's love for her child is unwavering and unconditional, so too is God's love for each of us. You may feel like you've missed too many opportunities, but God is saying, trust in my timeline. Breathe in the promise that even when the clock seems to tick away your possibilities, He is at work behind the scenes, orchestrating a divine symphony of restoration. Allow yourself to be enveloped in this sacred embrace, for in God's hands, every lost minute is reclaimed, every door once closed is opened anew. Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness, feeling like his destiny had been lost to time and doubt. Yet it was precisely in that wilderness that he learned to rely on God's strength, shaping him into the leader he was destined to be. Think of your struggles as a wilderness experience, a time to prepare, grow, and ultimately transform. You might feel defeated now, but this season is not the end. It's the beginning of your testimony. Hold on tightly to hope, because God is expertly crafting the verses of our lives, writing a story that is always worth sharing, filled with triumphs even amidst tribulations. Taking stock of lost time can be emotional, like sifting through the remnants of dreams that never took flight. As these feelings wash over you, remember to look beyond the loss. Each setback carries with it seeds of growth and opportunity. God often uses the waiting periods and the heartaches to cultivate our character. With every drop of rain, a flower can bloom. It's in those dark moments that we discover our resilience, stronger and more vibrant than ever before. God is the master gardener, and He is tending to your soul, preparing it for the extraordinary things that are coming. Every tear you've cried is a testament to your journey, and they all matter to God. Our emotional wounds may seem insurmountable, but they serve as reminders of our humanness, fragile yet fiercely beautiful. God doesn't shy away from our pain. He engages with it. When we feel weak, that's when His strength becomes most apparent. As you tune into this transformative power, allow God to turn your anguish into arrows of strength, propelling you towards the abundant life He has promised. Remind yourself that even your darkest moments are a clear indication that a new chapter is set to unfold. Relationships often take the brunt of our failures, bringing with them a tide of regret, but God's capacity to mend broken bonds is beyond our comprehension. He tugs at the strings of our hearts, sending reminders of healing and reconciliation. God is the ultimate mediator, weaving paths to forgiveness, guiding us through our relational trials with a grace that leaves no heart untouched. The years lost to misunderstandings can be reclaimed by opening our hearts, reaching out to those we love, and extending grace where it seems impossible. Miracles can unfold before our eyes when we lean into His strength. As we navigate through life, it's common to feel as though we've already exhausted our opportunities. The voice of defeat might echo in our minds, urging us to give up. But remember, just when things seem hopeless, that's when God often makes His most profound moves. He thrives in impossibilities, rewriting narratives and turning despair into promise. This is the essence of faith, a belief that while we may see roadblocks, He sees pathways. Keep your chin up. The best chapters of your life are still ahead. God is waiting to unveil the extraordinary plans He has for you. Think of your dreams as constellations. Sometimes obscured by clouds, they still exist in the vast expanse of possibility. Have you ever gazed up at a starry sky and felt both awed and small? Within the universe of challenges, your dreams may seem distant, but with God as your guide, they can shine brighter than ever. His grace isn't just with you. It surrounds your aspirations, acting as the gravitational pull that draws your visions closer to reality. Every twinkling star in your night sky signifies a promise. The more you trust in His timing, the closer you'll be to realizing your dreams. Grief can be a heavy burden, weighing down the heart and clouding the path ahead. Losing something important can make time feel like an enemy, relentless in its passing. However, God doesn't waste grief. He transforms it into a catalyst for growth and healing. As we navigate through our emotions, what seemed like lost time begins to morph into an understanding of purpose. Each step you take towards healing is a gentle reminder that while life can be fleeting, the love and wisdom that grow from our losses are eternal. God walks with you, unearthing joy from the ashes of sorrow. You might already sense the movement of change, or perhaps you're still waiting for that first sign. Don't rush the process. Spiritual growth takes time, like an oak tree growing strong and tall. As you navigate through your feelings of inadequacy and uncertainty, be patient with yourself. God uses these moments to instill in us the faith to believe in the unseen. Your time, while it may feel lost, is a sacred opportunity to cultivate your trust in Him. The foundation is being laid for an adventure that will unfold in ways you never imagined. Keep your spirit open and trust that, with every trial, God is fortifying you for what's ahead. Every day is a unique canvas, and God is the ultimate artist. Perhaps you feel like all you've painted is grey, but through His grace, vibrant colours can emerge from the most unexpected places. Every trial, every tear shed has its own colour and stage in the masterpiece of your life. Each stroke of hardship can lead to moments of splendour. Trust that God is working, mixing the colours of joy, hope, and strength. Soon, you will stand back and view your life, recognizing the beauty that has emerged from the ashes of what you thought was lost. New masterpieces await. The earthquake of life can shake us to our core, leaving cracks in our foundation and uncertainty in our hearts. Yet, it is in these moments that our faith can truly be tested. Just as buildings are reinforced after a tremor, so too can our spirits be fortified through God's grace. We may feel as though the ground beneath us is shifting, but it's vital to remember that God is unshakable. He is the rock upon which we can stand firm. As you rebuild after the storms of life, allow His wisdom to guide your steps, leading you to firm ground where you can flourish anew. Loneliness can seep into the soul like the chill of winter, numbing our hearts to the beauty of possibilities. In solitude, we sometimes feel time has been cruelly stolen from us. But here's the truth. It's in the quiet moments of loneliness that we often encounter the profound presence of God. Allow those still waters to refresh you, for solitude can be a divine appointment with your Creator. In those moments, He reminds us that we are never truly alone. His grace is a warm blanket wrapped around our weary hearts, guiding us to a deeper understanding of our purpose and journey. Feelings of inadequacy can bubble up like a harsh critic echoing in our minds. Why am I not further along? Why does it feel like everyone is advancing but me? During these moments, keep faith in the divine purpose laid out before you. Just as a farmer waits for the seeds he's planted to grow, so too must we nurture our own potential with patience and trust. God sees you. He sees the gifts you possess, even if they seem dormant. Each day brings new opportunities for growth and progress. Embrace the waiting. It's during these times that true transformation is often born. Life is an exquisite journey. A mixture of loss and restoration, of waiting and conquering, of solitude and intimacy with God. Remember, God is actively working on your behalf, turning what was meant for harm into a glorious testimony of His faithfulness. Allow your heart to fill with hope and know that whatever you've been through, you are on the brink of something extraordinary. So keep moving forward, keep dreaming, and never forget, a glorious symphony of possibilities is waiting to flood your life as you trust in Him.